My roommate let his girlfriend move in unasked, so I made her think our apartment was haunted. When I signed the lease with Jake, we agreed. No overnight guests more than twice a week. We were both grad students, buried in work, and our 2-bedroom apartment was barely big enough for 2. Then Jake met Melissa. At first, she stayed over on weekends, then random weeknights. By month 3, there was a toothbrush in the bathroom. Month 4, her clothes started occupying half the living room closet. I tried to be diplomatic. Hey Jake, what's the plan with Melissa? She's been here every night this week. She's having roommate issues. He shrugged. It's temporary. 2 weeks later, she started getting mail at our address. Jake, I said again, we need to talk rent and utilities if Melissa's living here. She's not living here, he insisted. Just staying over. Her houseplants are on our windowsill. He avoided eye contact. Look, her place sucks. Her roommate parties all night. She just needs a quiet place to study too. Then she can chip in. We're splitting rent and utilities in thirds now, not halves. It's not a big deal, he said. Stop being so uptight. Melissa wasn't evil, just entitled. Used my dishes and left them crusty in the sink. Took over the bathroom in the mornings. Complained when I watched TV after 10 p.m. Neither of them acknowledged she was basically our third roommate. The final straw? I found my laptop moved, sticky with crumbs. They both swore they hadn't touched it. Time for plan B. I started subtle. Moved items around just slightly. Adjusted wall art. Turned the thermostat down at weird times. They started noticing. Did you move the salt? Why is the picture frame tilted again? I just blink. Huh, weird. I didn't notice anything. Phase 2 involved a little research. Our building was built in the 1930s. That's enough time for a tragic backstory, right? So I invented one. A grad student who supposedly died here during finals week. Burned out, overworked, never left. They say you can still hear her typing at night, I told Jake casually, but who knows? Probably just campus folklore. That weekend, while they were out, I recorded myself typing furiously on a keyboard. Played it back at 3 o'clock a.m. through a small Bluetooth speaker hidden in the air vent. Next morning, Melissa looked wrecked. Did you hear typing last night? She asked. I frowned. Typing? Jake rolled his eyes. Don't start with the ghost stuff. Perfect. I escalated slowly. Whispers from the vent, kitchen cabinets left ajar, rearranged stuff, just enough to be noticed, never enough to be confirmed. Then I overheard something gold. On the phone with her mom, Melissa mentioned she was terrified of dolls. A quick trip to a thrift store got me a creepy antique porcelain doll. One afternoon, while they were in class, I half buried it in the planter on our balcony, pale face just peeking out of the dirt. That night, as they watched TV, I casually watered the plant. What the hell is that? Melissa shrieked. I dropped the watering can. What the? That wasn't there this morning. Jake dug it out. Someone's messing with us. Probably the guys downstairs. Melissa wasn't convinced, especially when the doll reappeared in different spots all week. The medicine cabinet, behind the shower curtain, staring from the bookshelf. I acted just as confused and creeped out as they were. Then came the masterpiece. At 2 a.m., I set the doll facing their bedroom door, right in the hallway, lit by a small flickering battery-operated candle, shadows dancing behind it. Melissa's scream woke the entire floor. She refused to sleep in the apartment that night, or the next. 3 days later, Jake finally caved. Melissa's moving back in with her parents, he mumbled. She says the place has weird energy. That's awful, I said, all concerned. Will you be okay without her here? He nodded, defeated. Guess it's just us again. Just like the lease intended. I patted his shoulder. The doll vanished. So did the sounds. The cabinet stayed closed. The apartment was peaceful again. 2 months later, Jake moved out, said the vibe felt off. My new roommate actually pays rent, respects space, doesn't leave passive-aggressive plants on my windowsill. Sometimes I still see Melissa on campus. She always walks a little faster when she notices me, like she's afraid I brought the ghost with me. I never told them the truth. Some hauntings work best when the mystery stays unsolved.